Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing very well. So, welcome to the SST class. So, today I'll be teaching you your chapter number 13 of social study, that is Journey of Machines. So, here you can see the learning objectives, that is from stones to metals, next mass production, then inventing the engines and food for the machines. So now let's start the chapter. As you know, the tool and weapons of early man were stones. Man continued his efforts to make better tools. In this chapter, we will read more about his progress from the stone age to machine age. So here you can also see the picture of tools of early man. So now let's see from stones to metals. So the tools of early man were simple stones. Later, a number of other tools were made of bone and ivory. Growth in this knowledge led to the invention of mechanical devices like bow and spear thrower as a weapons. The bow remained a hunter's most efficient hand weapon. The discovery and the use of metals are of great importance in the history of mankind. Metals provided man with a material which was more durable than stone and could be worked for making a variety of tools and weapons. The first metal used for making tools was copper. In the early stages, man didn't know about copper. It is recovered from mines. By chance, man happened to throw some rock pieces in the fire, and when the fire died down, he observed a red ball in the ashes. This ball was copper, which was heavy and shone when cleaned. So here you can also see the picture of old copper tools, and after that, after a few thousand years, the discovery of iron made the man powerful as never before. Iron was harder than the copper. It was also cheap and available in plenty. Iron made it possible to make a variety of agricultural tools such as plough, shovels, and spade on a large scale. Axes made of iron also made it possible to fell trees and clear jungles on a large scale, thereby making more lands for agriculture. The importance of iron weapons in warfare is also immense. Thus, men become more skilled blacksmith, carpenter, farmer, hunter, and potter. So here you can also see the picture of old iron tools. So now let's see the next topic, that is inventing the engines. The invention of the steam engine was the biggest turning point in man's life. In 1769, James Watt invented the steam engine. It paved the way for the invention of the railway. This was developed by George Stephenson. The steam engine was used to run different kind of big and small machines. Later, petrol and diesel led to the invention of cars, truck, and etc. Here you can also see the picture of James Watt and Stephenson. So now let's see the fact file. That is, the first public passenger train in the world was drawn on 27 September 1825 by Stephenson's locomotion number 1. It was driven by Stephenson himself. So now let's see the next topic, that is mass production. Before the machine ages, every article had to be made by hand. The craftsmen could make only one thing at a time. They could not make exactly similar articles. Moreover, this took a long time. The total production was small. Once upon a time, there was a blacksmith who used to make rifles. He was a skilled worker. Once he was asked to manufacture about 10,000 rifles in a fixed time. He accepted the challenge and prepared a plan after studying the deal carefully. The due date for the supply of rifles drew near. No one noticed any change in the working of his workshop. One day, he went to his client with 2 big boxes full of rifle parts. In short time, the blacksmith assembled the parts and made about dozen identical rifles. The client was surprised, as all the rifles were of the same size and quality. Parts of any rifle could be easily replaced. Actually, the blacksmith prepared the design and model of a rifle. He prepared the model for each part with the help of the mold. He got the various parts of the manufactured in different workshops. On the assembling On assembling these parts, the rifles were ready. This method is called mass production. This method improved the quality and reduced the cost of a product. Now, articles could be made in large numbers in short time. The idea of mass production resulted in the development of big factories. Workers left their villages to settle near big factories. This brought about a great change in our life and occupation. It was called the Industrial Revolution. So here you can see the picture of mass production. So now let's see food for the machines. Big factories produce various goods in large quantities. They used various types of machines to do this work. Power was needed to run these machines. In the beginning, steam was used widely. Water had to be boiled to produce steam. Coal or wood was used to boil water. Thus, coal or wood was the food for big machines. So now let's see the coal. Coal buried deep under the earth's surface take thousands of years to be formed. Coal was among the first fuel to be used. Even today, coal is a major source of energy. However, people have realized that constant use of coal as a source of energy will exhaust its reserves one day. This realization has forced scientists to look for alternate source of energy. Here, you can also see the picture of working in a coal mine. So now let's see mineral oil or crude oil. The mineral oil was discovered accidentally. It was found in USA in 1857. The mineral oil is also found deep inside the earth. Wells have to be dug to take it out. It is refined to petrol, diesel, kerosene, gas, mobile oil and a variety of other chemicals. So now let's see invention of petrol machine. So Gottlieb Daimler, a German scientist, developed a machine which could be run by petrol. This invention introduced the automobiles. Rudolf Diesel developed another engine which worked with another variety of oil, now called diesel. Diesel is cheaper than petrol and could be used for running heavy vehicles like truck and buses. Also, it can be used for running railway engines. Here you can also see the picture of Gottlieb Daimler and the another one, that is Rudolf Diesel. Now let's see the next topic, that is electricity. A new source of energy, that is electricity, was developed. Today this is the most important source of energy. Most of it is produced with the help of coal, mineral oil and natural gas. Some electricity is also produced from running water. This is called tidal power or hydroelectricity. Electricity also comes from nuclear power plants. The discovery of electricity is an interesting story. A man in the Netherlands developed a toy called Leyden jars that had two wires, one in a glass and other outside it. On joining the two wires, sparks were produced. Sometimes it also produced a mild shock. An American scientist, Benjamin Franklin, learned about it. He thought that the lightning in the sky and sparks produced by the Leyden jar were similar. He tried to prove it through an experiment. He flew a kite tied to a thread on a cloudy day. When lightning and thunder occurred in the sky, he attached a piece of wire to the kite and piece of metal at the other end of the thread. He flew the kite close to the clouds and touched the metal at the other end of the metal piece. When they were lightning, he received a shock. This led to the discovery of electricity. So now here you can see the picture of Benjamin Franklin. So now let's see also the fact file. In 1880, an Italian scientist, Volta, developed a battery which produced a small amount of electricity. It was called vortex cell. Volt, the unit of electromotive force, is named after him. So now it was soon realized that electricity had great force and could be put to good use. Today we run fans, radio, TV, electric bulbs, air conditioner, etc. with electricity. Later on, generators were developed to produce electricity. Now these generators need coal or mineral oil or running water to run and produce electricity. So here you can also see the picture of electronic goods. So now let's see the next topic, that is other source of energy. Solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy and tidal energy are other source of energy. These are renewable sources. They will never exhaust and they are pollution free also. Here you can also see the picture of solar plant, wind energy plant and thermal power plant. So now let's see the fact file. That is, the largest solar plant in India is located at Bhadla, Falodi, Tehsil, Jodhpur district, Rajasthan, India. So I hope you have understood all of these topics. So now let's see recapitulation. So discoveries of metal changed the life of a man. Copper was the first metal used by a man. Discovery of iron revolutionized the life of man. The idea of mass production resulted in the development of big factories. Energy for machines is obtained from coal, petroleum and natural gas. Electricity is mainly of three types. First, hydroelectricity, thermal electricity and then last is nuclear electricity. Then solar energy, wind energy and geothermal energy are renewable and pollution-free energy resources. So that's all for today, students. I hope you have enjoyed this chapter till now. So now I will meet you in the next lecture with a new chapter. Till then, revise this chapter and keep learning. Thank you.